All right, we're live. Okay, guys. So yeah, today's Wednesday webinar. We're gonna go over the Nepeto Master Search. I'm super excited to show this, and basically, it's a new part of the master plan that Nepeto recently launched, and we're actually gonna be doing just like a Keepa product finder and integrating that with Nepeto. So it's gonna be a short call today because it's going to be actually very fast in terms of finding a bunch of profitable ASINs. And so we're going to do like 15 minutes of just sourcing, maybe like 20 minutes, and then I can leave it up for Q&A at the end. And I really hope that you guys are going to see a lot of value out of this. So I want to jump right into things. So basically, if we go to the Nepeto Master Search, there's a whole YouTube video here. It's a two-step process, and it'll walk you through how to use Keepa Product Finder. Now, that's what I'm going to do today. And we're going to be able to basically upload our CSV file that we get from a Keepa Product Finder search to Nepeto and let Nepeto just do the whole search for us instead of us having to go through all the ASINs. So we're going to start this off with Keepa. We go to Data and then Product Finder. Okay. So for those of you that are familiar with product or Keepa Product Finder, it's going to be a pretty simple search we're doing today. We're going to do like a more FBM friendly search. For those of you not too familiar with it, it's basically like the same type of filtering that you do with Nepeto. It is a little bit more complicated, I guess, but all we're doing is like a 0 to 100,000 sales rank, buy box from $20 up, Amazon out of stock, and we're going to do a Nike search. All right. And then finally, we're going to go to new FBA. So we're going to go up to 3, 0 to 3 FBA and 5 FBM. So in this search, you'll notice there's going to be more FBM sellers. And I think it's a good time of year to do that because with back to school season happening right now, doing just a Nike FBM friendly listing is probably going to be a really good bet for you. So we're going to run this. Now, if we come down here to just the product finder, right? Next thing we're going to do is click find products. One thing I didn't know on Keepa is you can actually show your current filters. So if that was something you're ever curious about, maybe I can just screenshot these filters for you guys and show you what we ran today. But we're going to now just search find products. And let's, how do I, all right, there we go. All right, so, right, we made a Keepa. So nothing crazy about it, just a simple KPF, right? And most people would click on the Amazon link, do a Google reverse search. What we're going to do now is we're seeing 100 rows per page, and we're going to want to make this now up to 5,000 rows. So we click on 100 rows, and now we change it to 5,000 rows. And so it's going to take all the ASINs that we made into one giant list. Okay. I'll load it. Nice. Right. So we got one big list of, I think it's probably like 1,900 or so ASINs. And this is really cool because I'm going to show you, we can actually export all the ASINs into one big list as well. So all we're going to do next is go to export, and you're going to see export data. So we can export the table. We're going to click on two things, right? Only ASINs, right? You only want to do the ASINs. Doing all active columns is going to take way too long to download. And then CSV file we're going to need. Okay, so we're going to click on export now. And I'm not sure if everyone can see my page, but in this download pop-up, I was like, there's a pop-up showing you where the download is. So now we're going to go back to Nepeto, and we're going to go to step 2. Okay, and we're just going to choose a file, and I'm going to upload the file I just downloaded from Keepa. And within a matter of seconds, we're going to have that whole Keepa product finder, right? That whole Keepa product finder, it just built a whole list of us for us. So it went through and in terms of like what we have in our database, it went ahead and found all those products for us. So this is really incredible. Just being able to do like a Keepa product finder search so fast, right? So we got about 22 pages of leads that we can go through. So all I'm going to do now is kind of just vet them out, right? This is a really great way to just build a simple list. And next thing we're going to do is just filter them out, right? So obviously right now there's no filters. I'm guessing, soon in the future that might be a feature, but first thing my eyes look at is just the ROI, right? What is a good ROI product? So we'll go to the next page. Okay. So right here, right, we got a 30% ROI. I know for a lot of people, you like to sell shoes above 35 or 40% ROI. However, with Kohl's, I know that I can use like top cashback. Like if we go to top cashback and use like a discounted gift card, I can get like an extra 5% margin on Kohl's. So, right, you can get an extra 5.8% back if you were to check out with like $100 gift card. Let me just mute. All right. So that's why I'm not like afraid to look at the 30% ROI items. And then additionally, I'm not sure if Kohl's Cash is on right now, but when Kohl's Cash is on, you're basically getting $5 or $10 for every $50 that you spend in Kohl's Cash. So that money coming back in, you can reinvest into more profitable items when you do have that Kohl's Cash. And so I'll one day like make a video on Kohl's Cash math, but basically I take off like an extra like 16%, 16 to 20% from that. All right. So now it's just a matter of checking out the leads, making sure they're good. Now this looks like it's baby and girls, so I might skip past this one. But we got a lot more. So okay, this is at least lined up. So yeah, just going back to the basics, when it comes to vetting out products, right? Let me exit out these. Before you even open up the links and spend time checking the prices, you can just look right here. I can see we can buy it for 33, sell it for 59. You'll see the ROI and you'll be able to just check the offer count really quick. So I just want to see, is this item selling out, right? So this offer count, you can see June 15th, there was 22 people. And then in about 4 days, 4 people sold out, right? So people are coming back on and they are selling out again, right? July 3rd, 24, right? 2 people sold out. So this Keepa's looking pretty good, at least good enough for me to look into this product a little bit more. A couple other things I like to look at is the sales rank drops. So in terms of sales rank drops, right, this isn't equivalent necessarily to the amount of sales per month, right? It's not equivalent, but from what I understand, every time there's a sales rank drop, it means someone bought at least one item. So maybe someone bought like 2 at once or 3 at once. So it's not accounting for those sales, but it's like a good benchmark in terms of, okay, there's a minimum of 58 sales per month that this shoe had. Another thing I heard when it comes to sales rank drops from Keepa is that they track the sales rank drops once every 3 minutes. So there might be sales in between when Keepa's tracking it that it could be missing. So, just to sum it up, I like to keep this number over 30. That's something I learned at a conference. And the reason being, if it's over 30, that means it's sold at least once every day in the last month. So at least it's like kind of moving consistently. Next, we'll check the buy box winner percent. So this item does have a lot of sellers also. If you look, there's 20 plus sellers, so that is something to be mindful of. And most of the time it was no buy box, but it's not gonna turn me away from at least looking. All right, so we got Nike girls. I believe these are the same. I'm not 100% sure if the Nike Court Burrow Low 2 baby slash toddler shoes are. So we got 7 toddler. We'll just select 7 toddler. All right. I'm gonna guess these are the same. Like just from the looks of it, they look exactly. So you can buy it for 33.75. And you can also use a discounted gift card to get it down even lower. And if Kohl's Cash Math was on, you can discount it even lower than that, which is great. So we're making $13 profit per item, 42% ROI. You can see the FBA costs are already calculated. So if you are doing FBA, you can do that. But we are looking at an FBM friendly listing. So maybe we want to just check what it is if we did FBM. So I think it was 33.75. This is actually, oh wait, times 0.9. Let's see. All right, so if we bought five or so, if we bought 5 or so, right? It's not all right. So Keepa saying it's not a crazy amount of drops for this one, but offer count is going up. I want to go too deep on this ASIN personally, but you can definitely do a small test order. Just given that there is so many other stores. And then additionally, one thing you can also do right from this lead, which I do think might work out, is if we click on see all variations, we'll be able to see if any other variations are profitable. So I won't be able to see right away, but all good. We'll just keep going. So yeah, pretty much all I plan on doing right now is just going through this list, vetting out some leads, seeing what other sizes are good as well. So this is size 8. So even though these aren't the fastest movers, you can probably get away with doing a couple orders for different sizes, right? So we got 8 toddler as well. We'll check the Keepa. It's only 20 drops a month. So you might want to do a small test order of like 4 of these. Just to see. I wouldn't go too deep. There are a lot of sellers actually. I probably would pass on this personally. But yeah, that's pretty much all we're gonna do. Um, it's just a matter. So I wonder. Let me explain Cole's cash math for a second because we could discount this even more. Like I know we're on around like 30% ROI, so a lot of people don't like the look of that. But if I just show you this real quick, I want to let me go to let's see. I'm gonna pull this up and just show you. So Kohl's Cash. Yeah. Okay, so this is a post Miles made about Kohl's Cash math, right? So if you spend $50, you'll get $10 off in store credit, and you also get Kohl's reward, which is about 5%. So it's going to be complicated, the math. Right? You're spending 50 and you'll get like $60 worth of product plus 5% back with Kohl's rewards. So, and then keep in mind, like when you get that Kohl's cash back, you're only spending Kohl's cash, not real money. So it's kind of like a thing where you could either factor the discount like on both, basically. And I know the math might not make the most sense right now, but you can basically kind of take off like 20 to 21% of the items when Kohl's cash is on. So what that means is, like, let's say you spent like $50 at Kohl's and you got $10 back, right? So you're going to get $10 back in Kohl's cash. Now, when you spend that $10 on more inventory, right? If you like stack it up and spend that, it's just going to be free money. It's going to be free Monopoly money. So instead of like worrying about taking a loss on the initial order, you can kind of average it to about 20%. If that doesn't make sense, feel free to message me. I'll explain a little bit better. I know that wasn't the best explanation, but I could take an additional 20% off of a lot of stuff in Kohl's. And that's going to make a lot of this stuff that most people see is not profitable as profitable. So if you got any questions, feel free to ask me. I apologize if I didn't explain that right. It's just essentially I like to like factor an extra 20% when I'm sourcing from Kohl's. So I just want to check this lead. I know it looks like a mismatch, but it seems like we just got to check the variation. Um, I don't see a white and pink. All right, so this is a mismatch. We'll report it. Not the greatest looking Keepa here. Okay, this is a good looking Keepa chart, right? It's moving a lot. It's about 37% ROI without any discounts, right? So I know for women's shoes, a lot of people recommend, maybe just because of the return rate being so high, selling like 40% and up, maybe even like 45. Let's just see. So we can get them for 42.75. Ooh. And then if we even discounted it with a discounted gift card, right, you're actually making a really good ROI on this. So 65% ROI, $26 profit. We'll have to add our shipping costs though. Okay, here we go. So we got our shipping costs in if we're doing FBM. The offer count is definitely moving, right? So I like that it does look like a lot of people are selling out. Basically, you don't want stuff that looks just like a straight line. You want it to look like a heartbeat monitor. I know it's trending briefly up, but it seems like the buy box. All right, so there was no buy box in the past, but it is selling even without. Like we can see 58 drops a month on this. So it's at least doing 58 sales a month. And if we were to just buy like 10 or even like 8 as a test order, like it's still $200 profit right there. So Yeah, I just want to pause there. Does anyone got any questions on anything? Any thoughts, comments, feedback on this method? All right. No questions? Cool. So yeah, we'll keep going. One other thing we can do, right? We can check the variations, see if there's any variation sales. So there's not. We can go back to Nepeto and just see if any variations are also profitable. So right here, right, we'll obviously double check Kohl's. It seems like we do got the white. What colors do we got? We got all white, blue, and then the pink and red. So we got a bunch of variations that are profitable. Now, these colors we might have to look a little bit closer at, but it seems like anything that's pink, like the size 2 pink, we want to just see how much that's selling for. So, right, I can see this one was 69. This one's selling for 64. So what would happen if the sales price was 64? All right, it wouldn't be that profitable unless we did Kohl's cash math. So, okay, so it would be profitable if you did like 20% off with Kohl's cash math, but um I would just check out the variations. Like make sure when you are sourcing that you do check them out, especially for sneakers and clothing. It's really nice to see other items also profitable. Because like even if you're doing small test orders of 5 or so, right? If you got 3 ASINs right here from just like clicking on that variations tab, right? Even like 12.5 selling for 70, right? This selling for 66, you can definitely find an extra $200 profit right there. So that is that. Now another thing we can do, right? If you are curious, right? Instead of just keep going down the list, obviously I'll keep going down this list and sourcing them, but another thing I like to do is just check all these stores, right? We got all these storefronts that we can stalk. And if you're on the master plan, you get 30 scans a day. On the advanced plan, you get 6 scans a day, and on the pro, you get 15. So this person, Carousel USA, I have saw them before. I know they're pretty good. I click on their name and I go to storefront scanner. Right, we got their wholesaler ID. We'll scan it. Go to pie chart. They sell clothing, 99%, mainly Skechers. So if you guys aren't able to sell Nike, we can check out what else they got. And so we'll have a whole list of their ASINs right here. And let's just filter out their store so that we're only finding the best stuff. So I'm just setting an ROI of 30% and a sales rank of 100,000. Let's do 35 because this store's got a lot. All right. And now we got a whole brand new list of leads that we can just branch off of. So super powerful, right? That KPF search is, I still plan on going back to it, but it's also really nice when you just kind of finally get that rhythm going and you just find like some good stores to storefront scan. So this one has Amazon on it 53% of the time. So may not sell on it. Let's see what else. Okay, this Keepa looks a little slow and there's 10 sellers. Someone's got the buy box 70% of the time, so I'm going to skip past this. We can pull up the Keepa and just see this chart. It's moving, so it's worth checking out. I think this was the pink shoe we were looking at earlier, though. Okay, this one's really good though. Look at this, Keepa. So we see you see that downward trend, right? We went from 32 sellers down to 12 in what was that, May? So we got June 8th, we got 21 to 12 in about a month, right? So in about a month span, it looks like what is that? 23 to 12, 11 people. I hope my public math's right, but 11 people seem to sold out. And you can also come down here and see this monthly sales. This is green. So that's telling me, hey, this what is it? Variation is actually selling 50 plus times a month, which is good. That's pretty reassuring. Only 9 sellers, so that means it's not too saturated. If you come on, we'd be number 10. Let's check out this lead. We can buy it for 21. We got a question. Can you use this KPF to search a category like beauty? Yeah, you can definitely do another KPF search for beauty. I would just do, instead of Nike, I would just go back to Keepa Product Finder. And if there's any good beauty KPFs that you do, like obviously this is our first time doing this KPF together. So I'll come up with like more KPF searches, but definitely try a beauty KPF and see how that goes. Okay, so you see right here, 41, flip it to 45, or my bad, 21, flip it to 45. We'll pull up the calculator. All right, cool. $21 to, why is it saying 38? I would sell it for 45.40. And then we got a huge ROI, right? 83% right there, $17 profit. Offer count is going down, right? You see this trend going down. That's really good. That's telling me a lot of people are selling out. It went from 32 sellers down to 9 right here since end of May. So I really like that. Right? If you were to do a test order, $175, and you got just the offers table. So a lot of great stuff right there. Now I know we're at like 7:37. I said I was going to do a short one. I know we're kind of going deep into the sourcing, but I just want to open it up now. Does anyone got any questions about it? Because from here on out, it's just a matter of sourcing, vetting out the leads, making sure they're pretty legit, making sure that they sell well, and just determining how much you want to buy. Was this valuable to you guys? Like you at least learned something from it? All good. All right, I'll source a couple more leads and then we'll wrap it up. How soon do you think they'll add filters? So Stretch, we're oh yeah, in terms of filters for the KPF, I'm guessing pretty soon. Like developers, you've seen all the updates that they've added. Like they're moving at rapid speed right now. I'm guessing it'll definitely be within the next couple of weeks. There'll be filters and we'll be able to go through this and just see only stuff that's like 30% ROI and above. Or my bad, the master search right here, right? They've done it for the storefront scanner where it at one point didn't have any filters, and then they added it. So it's nothing we can't do. Just gotta give us some time. That's our motto, is just we can do anything, just give us time. Awesome. And yeah, thank you, Brian. I do think this will save you guys a lot of time. It's basically just a great way, like we're just opening up a can of worms right here because when it comes to Nepeto, like at the end of the day, I think you have every source and method possible, right? We can do a list of leads with online arbitrage. So we can do a basic set of filters. We can do the storefront scanner and the reverse sourcing or storefront stalking. And now we can do a whole KPF search, right? Anytime you got like a Keepa Product Finder that is hot, maybe if you guys are a part of other coaching groups and they do Keepa Product Finder searches. I know that's what a lot of my coaching calls were when I was like jumping on my mentors' calls, and they would just do KPF searches. And instead of now just spending a ton of time Googling it, right, we just upload it, let Nepeto find it for us, and just a matter of vetting out the leads right here. And then, next, it really just comes down to us adding more suppliers, making this the best software ever. I really think, just from a whole holistic view, that Nepeto does cover it all, right? We got the storefront stalking, keep a product finder, manual sourcing, right? So I really do absolutely believe in this software. All right, Brian, can you break down sales rank versus BSR real quick? Yeah, so if we go to online arbitrage, right? BSR versus sales rank essentially are synonyms for one another, right? They basically stand for the same thing. All BSR stands for is best sell or best selling rank, right? So sales rank, best selling rank, it's going to be the same thing, uh, same numbers. I would just say they're synonyms to one another. So hope that answers that. Great. Well, guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for jumping on. I'll check out one lead together and we'll wrap it up at like 7:45. I don't want to keep you guys too long. I hope if you do, if you are on the master plan, right, it is a special promo right now. It's 2 weeks free. So if this is something that you're interested in, maybe test it out for 2 weeks. Run some Keepa Product Finder searches, especially right now. FBM friendly listings are a great time with back to school season, and get creative with it. Right, we only ran one KPF today. I'm sure there's hundreds of ideas that we can come up with. So this offer, if you guys are on a membership right now, just message me if you are curious about like upgrading. Like, let's say you're on the pro, you want to try out the master for 2 weeks, right? We can definitely do something where we give you like maybe 50% off your first month for the master so that you're not paying the full amount. And basically you'll get everything from the previous plans. And then you'll get like the Nepeto Master Search, the storefront scanner, you get 30 times a day, which is more than enough. And you'll also get a representative. So you'll get someone on our team that will help you out with like ASINs and stuff if you got any particular questions. Okay, word, Brian. So yeah, if you are curious about this, just feel free to message me. We'll let you know, like, since you already are paying for the pro, how much. Lose is trying out the advanced now. Can I change the plan? Yeah, you can definitely change the plan. All you got to do is click here to start. You won't get charged anything right now, and then you'll have 2 free weeks of the master plan, and then you'll get charged. So if you already paid for this month, we'll make sure to deduct that from your cost. So let's say it's monthly, right? It's 112, and you already paid 78 for the month, right? We can deduct that from the cost after the 2 weeks if that's something you're interested in. So all you got to do is just shoot us a message at support. You can message this email, support@nepeto.com, and we'll take into account the payment that you already made. So we'll be able to help you out with that. Great. Awesome, guys. So yeah, this is pretty much it, right? You can find tons and tons of leads with this, with the Keepa Product Finder. I won't bore you too much because it's just like the matter of the same thing, checking out the leads, seeing how they sell. This flip-flop right here, I'm sure there's a lot of variations that are pretty profitable with it. Just looking at the first two being profitable. Right, so you see right here, we got a couple other sellers around that $39 range that are doing 50 plus times a month. And we can buy this for 21 bucks. This flip-flop right here from Kohl's. Like this is insane. That's probably like, let's say you're making $100 profit on each ASIN, like multiply that by 4, right? So we buy it for 21, flip it to 45. That's crazy. And it's just like an abundance. Like this was just actually from a storefront scan. I didn't even get far down the, where was I? I didn't get far down the master KPF search that we did. But yeah, I wanted to just keep it to 45 minutes today. I hope this was beneficial. I recorded it, so we'll upload it to YouTube, post it in the Facebook group. And I really do just want to say once again, thank you guys for jumping on, taking your time out of your day to check this out. I hope it was really valuable. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday. We'll keep going through the KPFs. I'm super excited about this, and we'll just keep learning together, like some cool new tricks with Nepeto and how to find more leads. So have a great night, guys. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next week. Bye.